Marvel's Iron Fist. Okay, let's get one thing straight right now. Anything having to do with cultural appropriation and the dynamics of whether a white actor was appropriate for this role will be completely left out of this review. Because, as always, it's my position to judge the work as presented and evaluate it as a standalone piece and not as what I wish it could have been. As such, and bear with me until the end here, Episode 1 is a local channel's television pilot gone horribly wrong, and it is a miracle that it does eventually find its footing because the beginning was rough. The flashbacks in episode 1 were horrendously executed. The first 2 episodes consist of dialogue that is both cringeworthy and irritating as heck. It is so cheesy that it felt like a chore to get through the first episodes, especially because Danny Rand's behavior and actions are painful and frustrating to watch. He's introduced as unbelievably naive and frustratingly disconnected for a 26-year-old warrior champion that has literally defeated an undying dragon to become the Iron Fist and protector of Kunlun. And brass tacks, if he knew where to purchase a fake Canadian passport in Morocco, then surely he could have found out a manner in which he could prove his identity without breaking into someone's office, breaking into their home, driving off in someone's car, all the while kidnapping the driver and holding a gun to their head. So when Danny Rand turns to Colleen in episode 3 and says, "I haven't broken any laws," it makes you want to throw the remote at the TV to end this train wreck of an anomaly. And y'all know me, I'm a stickler for editing, so when in one shot Danny Rand is facing the camera directly and the next cut is to a shot of him facing us from the side, that is a problem. But then, as if a light emerging at the end of the tunnel, Jerry Hogarth is introduced, and it's like her character injected brains into the plot, and it coalesces into what you'd expect of a Marvel Netflix series, which, by the way, awesome development to tell us about Hogarth starting out with like a folding table as a desk and working out of the copy room. And I loved her dialogue to Danny about how money is key and appearance matters, and like everything with Hogarth is great. And it's also here where their narrative really starts to convey how Danny's arrested development, his dependency, and the need for a family is actually central to his actions, whereas before, he seemed stupid for stupid's sake. But episode 3 becomes the starting point of where we see it develop over the course of the episodes, right? And thank God for Claire. She is truly the gateway to the audience's perspective because she's someone that can take a step back and say, "Hey guys, this is stupid," and then you can go, "You know, Claire, isn't it just?" But yeah, I love Claire's through line. So if you bear with it, it does evolve into what you'd expect of a Marvel Netflix series. There is a drastic quality shift once you get to episodes from The Missing's Tom Shanklin, Game of Thrones' Miguel Sapochnik, Orange is the New Black's Uta Breiswitz, Reign's Deborah Chow. All of the episodes on the back end dramatically improve in quality. And you know, I think my favorite was Riz's episode where it had this kind of 1995 Mortal Kombat-esque throwback, so that was fun. That was a well put together episode. I had a good time with that one. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Colleen Wing and her story arc, because damn.
What a twist!
Her story was my very favorite subplot of the entire series, from struggling to keep her dojo alive, to street fighting and kicking ass in those cage matches, her relationship with the Hand, how she plays off of Danny as like his counterpart. Everything with her was incredibly well executed, versus like the Meachums, you know, that were cartoon villains in the beginning. But as I said, the series progresses, and anyways. So I'm looking forward to the Defenders. I can't wait to see how Bakudo and Madame Gao like play into it, you know? And regarding an Iron Fist Season 2, yeah, now I'm hooked. Like a victim of Madame Gao's, right? And I totally want to see Davos come back in Season 2, and maybe he'll be the Steel Serpent then. But, oh, and Sacha Dhawan is a great actor, by the way. I hope he gets more work because I'd love to see him in any other stuff. But in terms of thoughts on Finn Jones's portrayal, I think he's a good actor. I mean, if anything, I think his performance is attributable more to the direction that's given, because if you look at David Wenham, you know we've seen him turn in great work like Faramir in Lord of the Rings, and what he does in Banished and Top of the Lake, but good lord, is he chewing some scenery in the first 2 episodes. So I think Finn Jones is fine, but it's not like I can declare that it's because of his talent or lack thereof, right? Like, he's passable, he's fine, he does his job. So for me, Iron Fist Season 1 is a 7 out of 10 in terms of quality, but bear this in mind, I actually liked it better than Marvel's Daredevil Season 1. So do I want to see a Season 2 for Iron Fist? Absolutely. Looking forward to what he's going to do in The Defenders. Hopefully, his friendship with Luke Cage will toughen him up more so than what happened in this season. But Marvel's Iron Fist is good. You'll have a fun time watching it. And remember, please subscribe so that you're notified in your newsfeed when the next video is uploaded. Please remember to give this video a like and share it about. Help support this channel through Patreon and using any of the affiliate links in the description below. You people are awesome, as always, and thanks for watching.